In this conversation, we're exploring a vital aspect of Nigeria's economic transformation under the Tinubu administration, and this is the digital trade in Nigeria and renewed hope strategy.
Okay. Of course, and we situate this even as the world embraces the fourth industrial revolution. Nigeria is also poised to leverage digital technologies to drive growth, diversification and innovation.
And the renewed hope strategy represents a bold vision for a digital economy that empowers citizens, stimulates entrepreneurship and connects Nigeria to the global marketplace.
All right, let me welcome Dr. Salihu Dasuki, who will be speaking with us on this digital trade in the renewed hope strategy of Mr. President. And Dr. Dasuki is Special Assistant to the President on ICT Policy, Office of the Vice President. He's also a Senior Lecturer in Information Systems in Manchester Metropolitan University, and he has a PhD in Digital Development at, should I say it, at the age of 24 years. Of course, that makes him at the point...
A Gen Z.
No, of course he's a
Gen Z.
No, are you a Gen Z? No, he's not a Gen Z. He's a millennial.
He's a millennial. You're 24 years now?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was then.
He was
Okay.
24 years when he got his PhD.
His PhD.
Congratulations. It should be in order, and thank you for joining us. Quickly,
yes.
let's just dissect this digital trade. When I first said, I said, okay, and I'm sure that's what my colleagues in the studio will be thinking. Digital trade will mean, of course, using the digital platform to transact businesses. But give us a context.
Oh yeah, so in summary, just like it says, it's digital. So when you go digital, you move from online to the use of technologies, particularly information and communication technology. So now you're not just doing mortar and brick offline trade, but now you're now being supported with the powers of technologies and emerging technologies right now. And then the focus is not just trading, just goods alone, but we need to also look at services. So generally it's just when you exchange goods and services beyond cross borders, beyond states. So just the use of technology for buying and selling.
So what are these tools?
Yes.
What are these tools? So we have several tools now. With what we have now, obviously the most ubiquitous technology is mobile phone. Everyone has mobile phone, so a lot of people use it. WhatsApp, social media, your normal laptops, blockchain technologies, IoT. These are the tools. We call them digital tools right now. We've moved beyond just the conversation of just normal hard-end technologies to other soft technologies out there for trading.
Indeed, the COVID-19 sort of brought to the fore how digital, trade should be done. We lost a lot there because most Nigerians were not into digital trade, because even China, that was the epicenter of COVID-19, was able to make a lot of money from digital trade. So how are we going to harness, now that we know how important it is and how it can contribute to the economy, how do we begin to harness it?
Oh yeah, the conversation has already started, and that's why we have this program coming up tomorrow in the Office of the Vice President on digital trade. And also, if you look at the key focal area of the administration in line with the Renewed Hope agenda, one of the key areas is digital economy. And if you look at also page 97 of the Renewed Hope agenda, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government is focusing on digital transformation. And a key element of it is on digital trade. We believe right now you can't move a country without digitalization, and that's why there's a lot of effort in the government to ensure that Nigeria utilizes and harnesses this aspect of digital transformation. And that's why we're launching this program on digital trade within the African Free Continental Trade Area Agreement. And the AFCTA is an ambitious goal to integrate 55 African Union countries, where there's going to be a market size for almost 1.3 billion population and almost about $3.4 trillion market space. And for Nigeria to position itself and actually get that market share, one of the key areas in which we can actually trade with other African countries is through the power of digital technologies. And that's what the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is looking forward into. We're already doing it anyways, but we're going to do more. Yeah.
Today, our digital space
Yeah.
is fraught with so many, issues, concerns. You have scammers, you have fraudsters, you have. How do you hope to streamline all of this? Because adopting digital trade within the AFCTA, is big market.
Absolutely.
Yes. So for you to reap the real benefits, you must take care of all of these concerns and challenges, and to build confidence, public confidence in your digital tools.
Oh yeah. So currently work is in progress. We already have the Cybersecurity Act that's already in progress by NIDA. With regards to these challenges, several agencies, NIDA, Federal Ministry of Technologies, we have even the cybersecurity part of the police force. We have ICPC. So the good side of it is we're consolidating everybody right now. We believe we need to all come together to work together, and we're addressing those challenges. And despite these security challenges, you need to know that we quite have a very, very strong security infrastructure in Nigeria digitally. If you look at a lot of cyber attacks that have been happening in Africa, Nigeria seems to be at the minimum rate with regards to our security because of how strong our infrastructures. So I guess that's a conversation that's going to be taking place tomorrow. And again, we believe that we can't do it alone in government, and that's why the conversation and the workshop tomorrow is going to bring not only public sector actors, but also private sectors, so that we can all consolidate what we're doing in order to address these challenges, not only the cybersecurity challenges, also data protection challenges. We already have now also the National Data Protection Commission that is working on ensuring that people's data are protected and as confidential as possible, so that you can have trust when you trade online. Also infrastructural challenges. We're dealing with broadband connectivity right now. At the moment, our penetration is about...
Because that's another important thing. Connectivity. I'm sure you saw
Zoom network freezing, sort of.
Yes. It's freezing.
Yes.
Yeah,
but when somebody is joining us from the UK or from the US, the network is absolutely clean.
Oh no, but if you compare it, right, we're doing very good in Nigeria in terms of our internet connectivity. Look at it, everywhere you go, you're chatting with people, you're on Twitter. It's not that bad.
But still, some people will call you and say, I've been calling you since morning, your line is not going through.
No, but if you look at it, right now, our internet penetration is about 55%, right? And it's above the average of 43%. But the government is doing very, very well. We're doing more programs on it. I'm sure you're aware of the program by the Federal Ministry of Information and Digital Economy. This 774 connectivity, broadband connectivity to the rural areas, and also private sectors are also contributing. So the major players are digital economy is a key.
Okay, let's look at the $1 trillion economy that President hopes to in 2026.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, for us to do that, if we are to key our digital trade, what areas of trade are we targeting within the FCTA?
Okay, so what area of trade? So we're targeting all aspects of trade, and then yes, that's a key economic vision. But one trillion economy, is it within our reach? Absolutely. Why is it within our reach? Digital economy, technology. And then if you say what we're trying to do, we're trying to export goods and services. I need to also remind you what my principal, the vice president, has always talked about, which is the global outsourcing, which is almost $360 billion space. And recently we've launched a program in the Office of the Vice President known as Outsourcing to Nigeria Initiative, where we're trying to export talents and also try to capture the approximately $9 billion business process outsourcing market. So are we going to achieve the 1 trillion? Absolutely. It's just, we're in 2026. Where are we now? Where are we now?
It's just around the corner, actually.
In the next 2 years.
If you look at what the National Export Promotion Council has said with regards to exporting services, in Nigeria, the digital services have been the one contributing to the export services. And then I'm sure in the next 2-3 years, the projection is $90 billion. So there is no doubt. The reach is there. Digital transformation will drive it.
Yes, indeed. Experts say Nigerians have made some progress, but strategic investment and innovation are needed to reach its full potential. We see what Naseni is doing. So what specific economic benefits can Nigeria, embrace, and how does the government, hope to have a strategy that will align with the global trend towards digital trade? Like you said, we might start exporting skill to other countries.
Yeah. So, I mean, with regards to the economic benefit, it's all there. We already know we're the largest economy in Africa. And then with regards to the digital trade aspect, we just need to go and position ourselves, protect our interests in there. It's going to bring a lot of economic benefit with regards to job employment. We already have the resources out there. One of the whole idea of the Renewed Hope agenda is we're going to train 1 million youths on digital skills by 2025. Right now, the programs are there. 3MTT from the Federal Ministry of Information and Digital Economy. We also have programs from NITSDA. So already in there, the employments are going to be there. We have also our tech spaces there. We have a lot of startups in Nigeria that are all going to be in there tomorrow for the programs.
Exactly. I was going to ask you, what are the expected takeaways? What are we going to hear tomorrow? And by the way, I'd like you to explain to us e-commerce and digital trade. I mean, what's the difference? Because everything is on the digital space.
Yeah. So when you go e-commerce is a subset of digital trade. Commerce is just buying and selling. But when you go about digital trade, it's beyond just buying and selling. It's actually trading. You're not just looking at you're looking at taxation. You're looking at cross-border payments. You're looking at e-commerce as part of it. You're looking at harmonization of different digital tax charges. So it's quite on a broader platform.
A great rule of regulation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the conversation has already been there. Negotiations have been taking place. So right now, we're not even thinking about Nigeria preparing for digital trade. We're looking at adoption of the protocol, and that's what the conversation is tomorrow. Come here, private sector. Come here, public sector. We're going full blown out. We're adopting, and that's what the vice president is pushing. That's what the president is pushing. So we're going all out. So within the next few years, we're going to blow up the space in Africa.
The vice president is somebody like, he's like, just blow up the space. The vice president is always open to new innovations, especially in the technology. It's just like a Gen Z when he comes to play with computers and all that. So the digital skill knowledge gap still remains.
Yeah.
So how would this conversation in this workshop be able to identify, diagnose the challenges and sort of profile solutions to it? Because if Nigeria gets on digital space, I believe they will export.
Yeah. So obviously, without the digital skills, you can't digitally trade. And like I said, we already have a lot of programs on ground. The vision of the country, based on the Renewed Hope agenda, is to have 1 million youths trained by 2025. It's already in play. We have so many programs out there, not only from the public sector, but from the private sector, to enrich, to skill Nigerians to learn more on digital technologies. So again, the conversations will be out there. More importantly, how do we reach the underserved areas? Not only even the underserved areas, how do we even look at gender? How can we bring gender skills into technology? Not even gender skills. We're even going to have conversations on people with disabilities, because everyone trades right now. So these are the conversations. We're coming up with a robust strategy. Like I said, if you look at the way conversations on digital trade has been going, it's been going in silos. But right now, we're bringing everyone in there to come up with a robust strategy on how we can navigate a full adoption of this digital trade protocol that not only enhances economic growth but also provides freedoms for Nigerians to live a better life in line with the Renewed Hope agenda.
Let me just take you off, off your trajectory.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about the ECOWAS protocol on free movement, goods and services. It provides free, unhindered access for members of the ECOWAS community, both good persons and goods. So they are free from duties, they are free from tariffs or whatsoever. When you do, within this digital trading space, does that apply, or will that apply?
It wouldn't fully apply, but that's why there's been negotiations. There's been negotiations around currencies, around taxation, but we would have a unified market. That's the whole goal, to have a unified market that serves the African continent. And that's where Nigeria comes in, where the largest economy will go in there to protect our interests. That will also be beneficial not only to Nigeria itself, but to Africa as a whole, and more importantly, ECOWAS, that's part of what?
Yes.
Subset of Africa.
Yes, but talking about protection, this digital trade, you can do anything from home. You can order anything from any part of the country. How will you protect consumers from scavengers and shenanigans out there?
So how do you protect consumers from different areas? You have the consumer rights and protection agencies out there. Not only them, also more importantly, their data security. So these are all conversations, these are all negotiations that have been going place, and most of the interests have already aligned. So like I said, at the moment, we're not negotiating anymore, we're adopting. This has all been what captured in the digital trade.
So one who will be attending the workshop too?
Oh, we have, it's a high-level engagement. We have some very, very strategic partners that will be coming from public sector. Because when you talk about trade, when you talk about digital trade, it's two key elements, technology and trade. So we have people from business side, trading side, and we have people from the digital space. And we also have private sectors. We have donor agencies coming. And we have also people coming from the global space, from the UK, so it's a high engagement, and it's going to take place, like I said, at the presidential villa.
Okay, you said, probably this should be the last question. You said when this starts, it will blow up the space.
Explode.
Not with explosives.
No.
Yes, no, I understand that, but we do hope blowing up, because the only way that can happen is if you are able to, if this strategy is able to reduce or shrink the rate of unemployed youths, the rate of underemployed youths. So is this able to generate employment for this population?
Absolutely. So if you look at it right now, I think at the average, we have a rate of about 55% of businesses in Nigeria that are online, But what we're trying to also ensure is we're trying to get these businesses out in the global space, and the digital trade platform helps. And more importantly, again, what we'll discuss in the program tomorrow, and even what will be launched also, is we're going to take 1,000 businesses into the online space and provide them with e-commerce platforms. So employment is in there with the support of suburban technologies. Okay. So it's going to enhance, you called me a Gen Z, which I'm not. But if you look at also if you look at the Gen Z characteristics, a lot of them are very, very entrepreneurial. A lot of them are very digitally savvy. With the adoption of this protocol, you understand the numbers in terms of youth employment. A lot of them might end up just staying at home and trading. That's what they do. And that's why it opens up the economy.
That's beautiful. And Dr. Salihu Dasuki, it's been a pleasure having you.
It's been a pleasure.
Special Assistant to the President on ICT Policy, Office of the Vice President. Also, Senior Lecturer Information Systems in Manchester Metropolitan University. You have a PhD in Digital Development. the youngest in northern Nigeria then at 24. So thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure having you, and I hope you have a successful workshop.
Thank you very, very much.
So Claire?
Yes.
We're rounding up.
All right, and that's been Good Morning Nigeria, another edition gone by. We look forward to having you join us again tomorrow. I am Claire Adilabu Abdulrazak. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And I am Jumo Yusuf. As always, join the digital world and digital market to make a lot of money.